All right. What's up, guys? Hello. Thanks for joining me. I want to talk about my impressions of the Nintendo Switch reveal. I remember back when they first showed like the first commercial for it. I was not impressed. I was like, whatever. Being a non-mobile gamer, like I didn't care. And to me, I kept telling people, I was like, in my opinion, that was for investors. That was not for the gamer. You know. Especially some of the stuff that I was watching was really funny because they're showing like, oh, look at these guys going to basketball courts and pulling out their Nintendo Switch to play with their friends, and I'm like, when I go to the basketball courts, well, when I used to go to the basketball courts, it was to play basketball. So, I thought it was really funny. I do think that it was really cool. I mean, they're obviously making this about socializing, which is really cool because it takes me back to when, I miss it, but I'm happy with the kind of gaming I can do now via the internet and stuff. It's very cool. It's a lot more comfortable. It's easier, it's a lot more convenient to be able to set up online games than it is to try to figure out which friend's house you're going to go to, who can host everybody. But I do miss that. I miss actually hanging out with people, and that's something that I've learned about Nintendo as I got my Wii U. I'm really glad I got to experience the Wii U. I love my Wii U. It's my, I barely play it, but I know that when I want to play something fun, that's the system I'm going to go to. That's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go Nintendo. Nintendo, they're just fun. They're all about fun. And, as I was playing my Wii U, I finally got into, I finally understood what they are. It's a completely different audience. It's not for, a hardcore gamer. It's for a family, casual, friendly, social activity kind of a thing. And it's a different audience, and it's very cool. I don't know, so it's a lot of fun, and I didn't realize that. I had stopped playing Nintendo games once I got into more mature themed games, PlayStation 1 and Xbox, and I kind of got away from those little kiddie things. And then when I finally went back to the Wii U and I played those games, I was like, oh my gosh, I missed these games. I wish I'd been playing these all these years. Anyways, so that was kind of, I didn't plan to say all that stuff. It kind of just started into it because of my experience with Nintendo so far, and I'm not super hyped for the Switch, but I am excited for it. And it's funny to me because, like I said, as the Wii U was not my most played system, I love it. I do not regret purchasing one. I'm really happy that I was able to get one, and I love it. As little attention as it gets, I'm happy that I have it. And so, but because of that, because I rarely play my Wii U and stuff, I did not expect to be into the Switch. I was like, whatever, I'll check it out, I'll take a look, whatever. I watched the show, the presentation they did tonight, and I was like, now I really, 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 really super badly want to buy a Nintendo Switch. I'm not going to be able to. At least, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to. Pretty damn sure. There's I'm like, zero chance, but we'll see. Maybe I can get lucky. Anyways, I really want one now. After that presentation, I was like, holy crap, that was really awesome. And they don't have a huge list of games to launch with it or anything, but I was really happy with what I saw and surprised too, So it comes out on March 3rd, the Switch, I thought that was pretty fast. I was like, damn, here, we're gonna do this show, we're gonna announce this stuff, and it comes out March 3rd. It was a couple months away, man. Literally, bam, they might as well release it now, damn. It's pretty cool. So I don't know, but I have a bunch of notes so I can just go over these. Because I was going to ramble for a minute there. Let me get into my notes so we don't ramble too much here. It's going to be $300, so pretty affordable price, for people that have money. But no, it's actually a decent price. $300 is not bad at all. And the funny thing too is I was watching the trailers for the games, and the graphics, I would say, are not quite exactly on par with PS4 and Xbox One, which is kind of to be expected at this point. I've learned that, Nintendo they're capable of making these incredibly beautiful visual games with graphics and stuff. They just don't. They're just like, they don't care, apparently. I don't know, it's weird. That's what it seems like to me. But they do make beautiful games, but they don't really focus on the graphics. Which they could, though. They could. They're quite capable of doing these beautiful games. I've seen it a bunch in the past. So, even my Wii U, Bayonetta 2, Super Mario 3D World, Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, these are beautiful games visually, especially if they're Mario and Donkey Kong being platformers. They're beautiful. They're so pretty. Anyways, online services will be paid now. They'll start you off with a free trial. I don't even know why they're doing a free trial. I guess to get you started. You know, they're not like. I actually think it's just because they don't want to like be like, hey, give us all your money right away. You know, so free trial it's kind of cool. It's not a big deal. I don't even remember how long the trial is for, but you start out with free online services as a trial, and then it's pay. I think it's kind of cool. I actually remember. I'll tell you why I think it's cool. I remember when Sony first got into it, paying for, to play online when they first got into that, and Xbox was pay to play online, and that was from the original Xbox too, pay to play online. And I did that, I used to play online on my original Xbox, and but it pissed me off, especially now later, being a PC gamer where it's free to play online. It pissed me off when Sony started getting into it. They have great benefits though. The really cool thing is they're like, hey, if you're going to be playing, we'll at least let you play these games for free along with you're paying for the service to play online, but we're going to let you play these games as well. And that's really cool. They don't have to do that. So as pissy as I get sometimes when they offer these games with it and they have like these games where I'm just like, what is this crap? I still appreciate the fact that they have it. It's something, it's a benefit. It's a big benefit, for having to pay to play online. Anyway, so the cool thing is Nintendo's doing that, and that means the reason this is kind of cool is not because they're gonna offer free games, but because maybe they'll actually have online freaking play, right? Like that was a big issue. Mario Party launched, Mario Party 10, I think it was, didn't even have online play. That is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So hopefully with this change, hopefully they'll have more online games going on with the Switch. That'll be cool. Funny thing is, they will be offering a free game per month, and I actually like while I was getting this my video here set up, saw a tweet about it, and I was like, wow. Nintendo does not fail. Nintendo never fails at failing. Here's what I found out, because they actually have they have the rules up. They put it up. You get to get a Nintendo or Super Nintendo game with your service for the month. You're paying for a month for online activity. You get to play a Nintendo or a Super Nintendo game, which first off, that's like and there's nothing really wrong with that, because Nintendo and Super Nintendo games are awesome. They'll probably let you play some really fun games, hopefully. Nintendo, they have great games, so the game should be fun. But that's the first thing. That's like what? Super Nintendo or Nintendo game? Okay, sure, whatever, but on top of that, it doesn't. That game apparently is going to switch per month. So unlike PS Plus or Xbox Gold, those games won't stay in your library. It's actually going to change per month. So if you play, for example, if Mario 3 is your free game of October, you won't have that in November. It won't be there anymore. It'll be a different game. You don't actually have a library of these free games that you've gotten over time. Very weird. They might end up changing that, we'll see, but when I saw that, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, wow, Nintendo, just wow. It's not a major deal, I don't really care all that much, but it is kind of like, it's stupid. It's like, what the hell? Man, wow, Nintendo, you just never fail at failing. But I can still say I love Nintendo. It's just, they're weird. They're so freaking weird. I don't even, okay. Let's get into some more notes. The controller, which I thought was funny that they made this big deal. They got this controller now, and they're like, oh look, there's 2 controllers. The system comes with 2 controllers, and I'm looking at it, and and it comes with that dock where you split it off, and then you can attach it to the next screen, and whatever. And I was like, how's that 2 controllers? I get it. Like here's the thing. Each controller, those little tiny freaking joy pads, each of those little tiny things can be used as one controller. Like, you can have complete control on each one of those little tiny things. So technically it's 2 controllers. Technically. But most of the time you're going to play it like it's one, right? I don't know. Whatever. It's not a big deal. And I was actually thinking about it, and it's actually, when I was watching the presentation, you see these guys, they're holding them. Of course, they start off with a gimmick of like, hey, motion controls and all this stuff, and I should have had a video play this whole time. It's my bad. Sorry. My bad. Anyways, but I did, while watching them, I was kind of thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I actually prefer small controllers. Now, those are tiny. They fit in one. It's not like they're just tiny. They're tiny controllers. But I actually like small controllers. I prefer my PS3 controller over my PS4 controller for size. You know, it's slightly smaller, but I like the slightly smaller. I have big hands. I don't have tiny hands. I have big hands, but I like smaller controllers. I don't. That's just my preference, you know. So I was thinking about it, and as I was looking at the controller, and I can't remember the dude's names. I'm not like a Nintendo fanatic and stuff. I don't know all their names and stuff. But as he was showing, he hopped into a couch and whatever, and he's just laying down. He's like showing you how easy it is, how casual it is to hold this controller. And I'm just like, I thought it was funny. It was cool though. I mean, that's it's a neat little thing that they. He like flopped up on the couch, dude. I was like, are you serious? It was cool, but it was funny too. It was just like, okay. Anyways, tiny controller, but I think I'll probably actually like that. If I ever am able to get a Switch, I want one really bad, but I could go for that. I definitely prefer. I like, we're used to the two-hand controller kind of a thing, and but we're used to that. But I could get used to this little tiny if I had to, whatever. I don't know. Just weird. So anyways, they technically are two separate controllers, because they can each be played as a full. It's just weird. It's really weird because they're so small, man. It's just like, what? But when you put them together, this is what I thought was funny. The controller dock, right? The dock that connects the controllers. If you use the big one controller thing, it reminded me of the Jaguar controller. It's not enormous, maybe not as big as a Jaguar. That's just what it reminded me of, like that big box, I just thought that was really funny. And it did remind me a lot of the Wii U. Here's the thing about the Switch, especially from the first commercial when I first saw it. This is why I never talked about it when I first saw the commercial. I had people ask me, "What'd you think about it?" I was like, "I don't care. Seriously, they didn't show anything. They didn't even show any games. It was just look at all these people walking around and you could do mobile gaming." That's why I don't care. I'm not a mobile gamer. I think it's cool for other people. I think it's really cool for mobile people, but for me, I don't do mobile gaming. I just don't. I don't go out and game. Like when I go out, I'm doing stuff. It's if I ever go out, which is almost never. But if I do go out, I'm not playing games. I think it's cool for commute and stuff like that, Anyways, so it just reminded me a lot of the Wii U, because the Wii U is remote play, right? You can play it, not every game, but a lot of their games you play directly on the gamepad. It's got the screen, and you just play on the controller, and it's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's cool. I play on my TV, I'd rather do that. But that's what the Switch reminded me of when they showed that whole commercial. It was just like, okay, it's remote play, what a big deal. And basically it's like the Wii U, but with a longer range, So it is cool, but I also, for me, it's just like, whatever. So a lot of this stuff just reminds me, it's like a Wii U but upgraded, and that makes perfect sense, because that's pretty much what every console is when you go from PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4. It's PlayStation but upgraded, So I don't know. I had a friend tell me I was like innovative, and I was like, "What are you talking about? It's mobile gaming. That has been around for a while. Like that's been around since Tiger LCD, man. Before the internet, there was mobile gaming before the internet even existed, man. Mobile. All you youngins, you won't understand. I'm just kidding. All right, let's see. I'm gonna get into more of my notes here. Let's see, you can play with the tiny screen separate from the controller. That was one thing I thought was kind of, that one's different from the Wii Pad, the Wii U Pad, where it's one controller, one screen, and this one you actually can prop up. You can separate the little joysticks from the screen. You prop up the screen like it's this little tiny TV. That's cool. That's neat. That's different from the Wii U Pad. The battery life will be 2.5 to 6 hours depending on the game, of course. Although, it is kind of weird to me that it's depending on the game. I guess because the game takes more power, more graphical power. Depending on the game, 2.5 hours to 6 hours. So, Zelda will probably be 2.5 hour battery life. The controller screen is similar to the Wii. Okay, yeah, see some of those, that's why I kind of should have just kept with my notes. Alright, let me see. Oh, this is cool. I actually thought this was neat, and it's not anything majorly new. Okay, it has a share button. To start off at launch, it'll have screenshot shares, and then they will add video clips. Apparently, video clips won't be at launch. I don't know. They were very specific. They said video clips will be in later, but not at launch. That's what they didn't really get into details, but that's basically the impression that we get. So share button. Pretty damn cool, because I love my share button. On my PS4, man, I love that share button. Bam, I love that. So I just, I was like, yes, go Nintendo, I'm a share freak. Alright, I love screenshots, man. Video clips, not so much. I'm not against them or anything. I screenshot like a lot. Alright, let's see. The right controller has a camera for motion controls and detects how close something is as well, which I thought was interesting. That was different, I think, right? I mean, motion controls are normal. You got a camera and you got motion controls, and this one can actually tell like how far it is from something. That was something that I hadn't. If it's been on previous motion controls, I never noticed it or anything. Wasn't paying attention maybe. I thought that was neat though. I also thought it was weird where it was like the right controller, so the left one doesn't have the thing. That's a little weird. I don't know. Maybe they both have it, but when I wrote these notes down, they specifically said the right controller has a camera, so I was like, okay. The vibration sensitivity improved for more immersion. Now, for me, I usually, especially these days, I prefer to have vibration off. Now, when I was younger, I used to love vibration. Things have just changed. I find it to be more distracting. It was actually part of a tip I saw online one time. I was playing Call of Duty, and somebody actually mentioned it in the tips. He was like, well, if you have vibration on, you might want to turn it off, because when you shake in your hands, you can mess with your aim a little bit. And I was like, I never even thought of that. And I turned it off, and I was like, yeah, this was true. So that kind of made me turn on vibration for all my games. But I used to love vibration. I used to love it a lot. So this is kind of neat. This is interesting. Not a major deal, but it is neat that they have a new vibration sensitivity thing where you can actually feel extra weight depending on what's happening in the game. So it'll be heavier, it'll be lighter, and you'll get a different kind of vibration feel on that. It's not just to vibrate, right? It's like a weight kind of thing to it. So I thought that was pretty neat. I was like, that sounds interesting. Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna do that. So that's just cool. That's neat. First game shows. Oh yeah, the first game they brought up had players playing a game without a screen, and it was 1-2 Switch, I guess. This is the name of the actual game, and I was not interested at all. And this, of course, is Nintendo doing their whole gimmick thing. They always gotta have a gimmick, but I think for us, or for me, probably, most people that might view my video here were hardcore gamers, right? So it's like I said at the start, Nintendo is something I've noticed, and I didn't used to notice this, but they're social, family, casual focused. They do this stuff, they socialize. So I think it's really cool. This is again where like they're getting people to engage. It's not just sitting and staring at a screen. You're engaging each other when you play. So that's cool. That's not my kind of thing anymore, but I often think about it. I often miss like the times when I used to hang out with my friends and we'd be together, it's sitting, just all of us switching spots whenever somebody lost, and whatever. I'll never forget that. I always think back on that. The game itself, I couldn't even follow it. They showed like this Western thing where these guys are facing off and they pull the joystick and they gotta do the Western showdown thing, and just like, I don't know, whatever stuff. It'd probably be fun, but but then they showed this other game called Arms. Bring up a trailer of that because while I talk about it real quick. Oh crap, where am I? So, and this actually I thought was really interesting. It's a boxing game, and you use both controllers to swing your arms. You're punching like any motion control game that we've played in the past. You move the motion controls. I loved the style of it, and we'll get into some actual gameplay after this. I wanted to show this too because I actually thought this was pretty cool. First, at the beginning of the trailer, they actually have two real people and they're facing off, and it was fun. I was entertained by it. I actually was entertained by it. There's like a schoolgirl or something versus a businessman, and they're all like facing off, looking at each other. And then all of a sudden, they grow these really long, springy arms, and I'm like, what the hell? And then they showed that little CGI rendering. And then they showed gameplay, and I was like, oh my gosh, this looks like so much freaking fun. And I would not have expected that from like a boxing game, because that's what it is. It's a boxing game. Just a new style of boxing, and it just, I don't know. I think it looks really fun, so I was excited for that. And it's one of those things where I was just completely surprised that I would be into something like that. But it looks fun. I mean, I don't think it's going to be this amazing game or anything, and I'd probably, if I did play it, I probably wouldn't play it a lot. Maybe I would. I don't know. I have not played it. Sometimes, you think the game looks cool, and you think you're going to play it a bunch, and then you get the game, and you're like, I it's cool, but whatever. You know, play it a lot, then you get a game and you think you want to play it. And you're like, I'll give it a try, and then it ends up being one of your favorite games ever. Like, I know I'm not the only one that's happened to, you know, but that game looked freaking cool, man. Arms. Yeah, I don't know. That game looked like a lot of fun, so I wanted to take a quick look at that real quick. And I actually was impressed by the graphics, too. I was like, whoa. You know, there's a lot of stuff I played on the Wii U, especially like Xenoblade Chronicles X. It's a good-looking game, but Nintendo is so weird because their graphics could be better. They just don't care enough to make them better. It's very strange to me. But every game I saw here, even the simple little, you know, family games and whatever, the graphics actually look pretty nice. So I was like, all right, cool, you know. Let's see, Splatoon 2 coming. I never really got into Splatoon 2. I wanted to, but you know, not having enough money to get every game I ever want and stuff, I just didn't bother. That was on the bottom of my list. I wanted it, but I wanted to buy it for 20 bucks. if it was, you know, at this point though, I don't even know if I'd buy it now for 20 bucks because it's probably a dead online game. You know, I don't know. I'd probably go look up online and say, hey, anybody still playing Splatoon or whatever, but. Anyways, I did play the beta. I thought it was fun. I just wasn't going to jump on it for full price or anything like that. The new Mario. When Mario came on, I was like, alright, cool, of course Mario's going to be here. It's Mario. But then the trailer happened. And if ARMS didn't sell me on the freaking Switch, Mario did. I was like, no way. And I know everybody else is probably like, Zelda, what's wrong with you? What do you mean? I would buy it for the Zelda. And I'm just not the hugest Zelda fan, especially the 3D versions. Like, I really loved the Super Nintendo one. I loved the original Zelda way back then. I love the Super Nintendo. I like the 3D ones, but I'm no longer into games that have you reuse content over, you know, where you're going back and forth, and Zelda's a little like that. I don't want to sit here and trash it and talk about it because I'm not talking about Zelda. But I do think the new Zelda game looks cool, and I'm actually going to get into that after this. But Mario, I was pretty blown away when I saw this. I was like, no way. They popped on the trailer, and and the graphics are actually really nice. It's funny too, because some of the parts, of course, it's Nintendo. Not everything looks amazing, but the graphics are pretty good, especially for a Nintendo console. When Mario, like here, this part here, where he just comes out of the little sewer, and but yeah, the graphics are pretty damn nice. They're not, I wouldn't compare them to Uncharted 4, but at the same time, I mean, these are really, really damn nice. And then there, that kind of is like, the graphics weren't that great right there, but that's you know, it's a Nintendo thing. It's a Nintendo style. Overall, this game, and I'm not just about graphics, okay? Let's be clear. I'm not only about graphics, but this is something that I've noticed all the time with Nintendo, because it's like I said, they're capable of showing these really beautiful visuals and stuff, and they focus on gameplay, which is great because they make lots of fun games, but they could do both, you know? They could do amazing graphics, and they do. They're like, it's a weird mix because they do great graphics, but they also, they're weird, man. I'm telling you, Nintendo just weirds me out. But I don't know, I was really into this. You know, and they compared it to Super Mario Sunshine because it's a more open world kind of a thing. And I had not played any of the Marios that were 3D after Mario Sunshine. I played mine on GameCube, and I thought it was fun, but at the same time also, it didn't feel like Mario to me because it was different. You know, they changed it. You know, it wasn't. I came to Mario Sunshine from like old Mario, Super Mario, you know, Super Mario Brothers 3 and 2 and 1 and Super Mario World. You know, that's what I came. And then I played that, and I was like, this ain't Mario. I mean, it is Mario, but it didn't really feel the same to me. So I didn't hate the game. I didn't love it, but I did like it. You know, I remember I enjoyed it. I don't think I ever ended up beating Sunshine though. But this game looks so freaking cool, man. It looks so cool. I was like, holy crap. I don't know. Now, again, there's not a huge list of titles for launch of the Switch, which is incredibly sad. But you know, it was actually I was talking about it in one of the Discord channels I'm in. Ragtime Mouse's channel. I was talking about just a quick mention, a little chat when we were talking about it, and I was like, you know, actually, I noticed that, you know, even today, even it's been like 2 years or whatever. How long has it been since PS4 and Xbox One? It's been a while, right? And neither system really has a large exclusive list to set themselves apart. They both have all the same. Oh gosh, I regret getting both systems so much, especially. Oh, I don't want to get into that, but yeah, the exclusives are like severely lacking on both systems after this long. So I was like, well, you know what, I guess I can't really expect much from Nintendo either on day launch, you know, kind of. It sucks, but it's just some bullcrap, right? It's so, this industry has really gone, oh, I don't know, it seems like sometimes if I think about it, I'm like, has it gone downhill, or has it always been like this? Like, I don't know, I'd have to go back and read stuff, and I'm just like, I don't want to read stuff. Anyways, so the new Mario looks really freaking cool, man. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then on top of that, they had JRPGs. One of my buddy Electrolysis, he's like super into that. So he lost his mind when he like Xenoblade 2. Now I don't know the difference between Xenoblade and Xenoblade Chronicles. I was really excited for Xenoblade Chronicles X, and I got that on my Wii U. I played it for around 20 hours, and then I got sick of it because I was, you know, it looked like this open world game that you got to explore, but in like 15, I finally got to the second area after like 15 hours of being in the same exact area, and I was just like, this is not an exploring game, this is bullcrap. And the game has cool stuff to it, and I've read, you know, reviews talking about, you know, when you get to the end of the game, it's much better after you get the mechs, and anyways, blah blah blah. So I don't know the difference between Xenoblade and Xenoblade Chronicles, but Xenoblade 2 actually looked neat from the little bit that they showed. They showed a little bit, and I was like, hey, that looks pretty cool. And then I found out it was Xenoblade 2, so I was like, I was a little worried because I was like, I don't as much. I thought Xenoblade Chronicles X could be cool, but I have tried a few times to go back and play it some more, so I don't know, man. I actually just made a post about this the other day. My buddy was playing ReCore, and it kind of made me think of it a little bit, but I like ReCore. It's definitely a little different. But I was like, you know, when I play a game that's supposed to be about exploration, I want to explore different lands. I don't want to wander the same exact level for 10 hours because it's big, when everything looks the same. Like 10 hours of everything looks the same. That is not exploration. That is screw you. Anyways, all right. So going back to notes. So they have 80 games, over 80 games in development. I know they had said they had around 200 developers that are working on their Switch, working on games for Switch. So now that is a big deal. That is cool. It's good news. But at the same time, how many of those are going to be canceled? You know, who knows what's going to happen there. But it's good news to start with, of course. It's something to show off. Hey, we have 80 games in development, you know, and could end up being 30 games actually get developed. Who knows? But, and I'm not trying to be a downer. I'm just saying, let's, you know, be realistic about it. And the fact that we don't know what to expect until it actually happens. So it's cool. It's very cool that they have over 80 games in development. It's very cool that they have a ton of developers. You know, we're going third party again. Hopefully everything will work out. To top that off, we have Bethesda came in on the show, showed off some Skyrim. Now, I know a lot of people will be trashing on the graphics and stuff, but I actually thought it was pretty cool looking. And again, this was the Nintendo, where some parts look really, really good, and then other parts are like, what happened here? But and it's not, you know, Bethesda made it and stuff, but it's just the console they're working with and stuff. But one thing I noticed though when I was looking at the trailer, and I want to see more, I really want to see more of Skyrim, because the glimpses that we got, it looked beautiful. I actually thought it looked beautiful. The reason I liked it too is because it was actually a different style. It was a Nintendo style. It was interesting. I want to see more, and I don't think nobody's gonna be blown away by it, and most people probably won't buy it that have already played it. But plenty of people that are Nintendo fans that have never played, they're gonna be people that are playing Nintendo still, family, maybe whatever. They're gonna be people that have not played Elder Scrolls. Okay, it's possible there will be people that never played an Elder Scrolls game. So it will sell. You know, I don't know. But when I was looking at it, I would play it just for the visuals because I don't know. It's not a game I would go out of my way to spend full price on or anything, but I am very interested in it, and I liked what I saw visual-wise. Like, it looked neat, man, because it looked different. It's weird. That's why I want to see more. When I saw the little small trailer glimpses that they showed off of Skyrim on the Switch, I was like, you could tell it looked different. You could tell like it was Nintendo-ized, right? But it wasn't bad. It wasn't like a major downgrade. It was not a major downgrade, but it was Nintendo-ized, and I liked it. I was like, hey, that actually looks pretty damn cool, you know? It was like a Zelda Skyrim or something. I don't know, it was weird. I definitely want to see more. Project Octopath Traveler, which looked really, it looked really cool. That's the only reason I wrote it down. They didn't show a whole lot of it. I'm pretty sure it was Square Enix. And it's like a side-scrolling RPG. Kind of like, it reminded me of Ys Origin, or Ys, it's pronounced Ys, right? It's YS. Ys 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, it reminded me of those games. But what they showed gameplay-wise was like them side-scrolling. So I don't know if it switches top-down or 3D or anything like that, but what they showed was side-scrolling. It was beautiful. Art-wise, it was just beautiful. I don't know, that looked cool. Yeah, so that was just one thing. And Suda51, I don't know what the heck they're doing. I have no idea. It's just dude came up, Suda51. Hey, I'm Suda51. We're bringing it. I didn't even know who the hell the character was. I think it was No More Heroes, maybe. I don't know. I didn't recognize. I never played No More Heroes. I always wanted to. It's still on my wish list to go back and play. But I love Suda51, man. Like, I haven't played all their games. I've wanted to. Oh my gosh. After playing Killer is Dead, I was looking into them and stuff, and I found out they actually made games that I wanted to play, I never got around to, and I forget what. I know they made something else I played too. I can't remember. Were they the ones that did Devil's Third? Because Devil's Third is probably the worst. I liked it. I thought it was fun, but it wouldn't be a game that I would put at the top of like, hey, check out Suda51. They made Devil's Third, and I'd be like, no, Killer is Dead. But yeah, they're well known for wacky, crazy, like over the top, just insane, awesome stuff. So let's see what they do here. Devil's Third. I really honestly think Devil's Third just never got finished properly. I think they just rushed it out because they were. If I remember right, I'm pretty sure they were going to cancel that game, but apparently whatever happened, they pushed it through, and it just. It's a fun game. It's entertaining, but it's not good. You know, I'm glad I played it, and I would say, you know, $30 or less. It's worth it. It's worth the play. I don't know. I don't want to get into that because it's not, you know, but I thought it was fun and entertaining and stuff, but it didn't feel like a finished game. It was very weird. So then EA came in. EA is actually going to be doing Nintendo stuff. Of course, what they showed off was FIFA, so and that's cool for sports fans. I used to be a sports fan a long time ago. Like most stuff was one long time. Oh my god, I'm so old. I'm not even that old, but I feel old all the time because I'm just like, holy crap, so long ago, man. 20 plus years. That's crazy. Anyway, so EA is on board. You know, they of course first showed off a sports game as always because that's what they do no matter what. EA is big on the sports stuff, so cool deal, you know. And let's see. All right, last bit of news. I actually did not mean to make this video so long. I really rambled a lot there, and I'm sorry. And I hope if you decided to stick with me, and cool, man. Thanks. Let's get into the last final thing. The Zelda trailer. Now, I had seen some Zelda stuff before. You know, they showed off gameplay and all that. They showed the developer playing it. And I was like, alright, you know, it looks like another Zelda, you know, and I don't hate Zelda. But I wasn't impressed by it or anything. I was just like, and especially by the graphics. I was like, come on. Oh, I don't know why. But this one, and I was like, when they first showed gameplay for Zelda, like the new Zelda, I was like, alright, I mean, it doesn't look bad or anything, but it also, the best graphics that they had in the stuff that I saw was just leaves moved, like, yay. But this actually looks really pretty. This wasn't why, it's not just about graphics, alright, it's not, but graphics do matter a lot to me. To me, it always feels lazy when they don't make good graphics, when they can, that's the thing, when they can do, anyways. So it wasn't just see, some of this isn't even that impressive. It's really weird. Like, the mountains look good, but the grass while it was coming up on the mountains didn't look that great. It was kind of just really plain and basic. And that's like, apparently that's Nintendo style, basic with some detail here and there. You know, I don't know, it's weird, but it does look like a beautiful game. But I was not impressed by this trailer because of the graphics. It was actually just how well done the trailer was. You know, they show all these different parts of the world. The music is excellent. It's just overall really good trailer. And that's what I've always told people, you know, when you make a trailer, I don't want to just see a cinematic. I don't want to see a freaking cutscene from the game. I don't want to see the first full 10 minutes of gameplay. I want to see glimpses of different things. You don't have to show me glimpses of every single thing. You don't have to show me middle end and, you know, all, you know, I just want to see glimpses of what's going on in the game. And they did a great job on this trailer. They did just that. And it looks freaking epic, man. It looks so good. And I have not, you know, I enjoy the 3D Zelda games, but I never beat them. I played them. I played Ocarina of Time. I never beat it. I played Wind Waker, and I played Wind Waker. Yeah, I had Wind Waker on my GameCube, and Wind Waker, when I had Wind Waker on my GameCube, it came with Ocarina of Time, which I thought was really cool. But I never beat either of them. And then I got Twilight Princess, thanks to a buddy of mine, Dark Alchemy, who also actually pretty much got me my Wii U. Got it for me, Twilight Princess on the Wii before they ever made the HD remake, and I actually probably would have played it a lot more if it wasn't for the forced motion controls. And I still keep often thinking about, like, I actually went back like about a month ago. I was going back and I was trying to play it again, and that was when I started playing, having to replay a temple I'd already played, and I was like, this can't be right. Why am I replaying the same content, you know? And so when I get in the mood, I want to go back and play it and finish it. Anyways, this just, I was like, damn, this trailer is so freaking good, man. It's long, it's like 2 minutes, man. Like, let me see, how long is this thing? It's 3.5 minutes, holy crap. And it wasn't just one CGI cinematic, it's an excellent trailer. It doesn't even feel like it's that long. How is that a 4-minute trailer? It does not feel like 4 minutes, it's just, it all, you don't need anyone. See, what I love about trailers like that, I love trailers that you don't ever need another trailer for. Like, stop making more trailers, just show that trailer. That's all you need. Don't make any more. Don't spoil any more stuff. Just keep it at that, man. That is epic. The trailer is so damn good. Alright, so that's it for me, guys. That's actually it. I'm gonna just end this video, and I did not know it was gonna go on for this long. I'm so sorry. I really, if you stuck it out with me, I really appreciate it. I really thought this was gonna be like a 10-minute video or something, because my notes aren't that long. But I did ramble a bit. I did talk about stuff, you know, that I wanted to share and talk about. Yeah, there were a couple times where I rambled a little off. Anyways, yeah, so, I'm excited for the Switch just for the few games that I've seen, and apparently these days that's what it feels like. After owning both PS4 and Xbox One together, and seeing how few exclusives that makes it matter to own one over, like, there's no reason to own both. There's really no reason to, I mean, unless you have that much extra money and you really want that one game that's not on the other system, it's a waste, man. It's a freaking waste, and I cannot tell you how much I regret buying one of my consoles. Yeah, so you know, the games that are coming to Switch that they've showed off so far, and there's gonna be, hopefully everything works out. You know, hopefully everything works out. Like, man, I love my Wii U, but I barely play it, and it's not the Wii U's fault or anything. It's just I have a lot more games on my other stuff. I have a lot more games on my PS4, a lot more games on PC if I ever get around to playing my PC again. I'm back into console. I have way more games than I do on my Wii U. But I love it. I love my Wii U. I love my games on my Wii U. I actually really enjoy them. Except for Mario Maker. I love the concept a lot, and I love creating a level on it, but playing them is just like, huh. Whew. Alright, anyways, thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. Let me know what you think if you want. Leave a comment and stuff. Let me know what's up. Join me on Discord if you want. Ask me for a link or something. If you're already a follower on Twitch and all that kind of stuff, and I know who you are, you can join us on Discord, and we can talk about it and ramble about it and rant and argue and fight and talk about how much we hate a certain console or not.
Have a great day, have a great night, whatever hour it is for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you around. Bye-bye. See you laters.